athletes. My name is Keegan Kanza with K2 Performance Training. Welcome to your U15 off-season training program. Over the next 18 weeks, we're going to help you build strength, power, and improve conditioning to take your game to the next level. This program is divided into 3 phases, each designed to progressively challenge you and maximize your off-season development. You'll have access to training videos that highlight key technique points and training cues, ensuring you're performing every movement with proper form. Plus, you'll have access to a Google Sheets document to track your progress. Enter your weights, push yourself to improve, and see your gains over time. This program is all about commitment and consistency. If you put in the work, you'll step on the ice next season stronger, faster, and more explosive than ever. Let's get after it. Before we dive into the program, I want to go over a few key technique features that will be crucial throughout your training. These details will not only help you move more efficiently and increase our strength and power, but also help reduce risk of injury. The first key feature I want to highlight is our ankle, knee, and hip alignment. Right, anytime we're squatting, lunging, or jumping, you want to ensure that these 3 joints are stacked properly. Right, so if I'm in my lunge, I want that knee stacked over the ankle, hip in line. I want to avoid knee bowing in or out. Right, this proper alignment will help us generate more power and move efficiently. The second key feature we're going to discuss is maintaining a neutral spine. Throughout any movement that we do, engaging our core and maintaining a strong core is crucial. Right, so any movement, we want to avoid excessive spinal extension or flexion and any excessive lateral flexion as well. So engage that core. Imagine the distance from our sternum to our belt line stays the same throughout any movement. So when we're squatting, as I squat down, right, I don't want that distance to extend or shorten down, right? And that is a general rule we can apply to any movement. The third feature we're going to go over is center pressure. What I mean by that, right, is we want center pressure, so our weight distributed evenly through the center of our foot throughout squatting, deadlifts, and lunges. Right, so as we squat down, our weight's not getting too far forward on our toes, lifting our heels, but we're not sitting too far back, right, and our toes are coming off the ground. Good general rule, right, equally distribute the weight to the center of your foot. Keep these key features in mind throughout the program and you'll set yourself up for success. Welcome to phase 1 of the program. This phase is all about building a strong foundation. Our focus is on strength endurance and aerobic capacity, preparing your body for more intense training in the later phases. We'll use higher reps and controlled tempo movements to reinforce technique and improve muscular endurance. On the conditioning side, we'll develop your aerobic engine so you can recover faster and sustain a higher level of play. Stay consistent, focus on the details, and let's get to work. Foam rolling is a form of self-myofascial release that allows athletes to release tight tissues. I recommend spending up to 1 minute on each of the following areas, starting with glutes. Next, move on to hamstrings and then calves. After that, we'll move on to tibialis anterior, the muscle on the outside of our shin, followed by our quads, hip flexors, IT band on the outside of our thigh, and TFL. Here we're mobilizing our spine with cat-cow. We're going to imagine we're creating a wave up and down our spine by elevating and depressing 1 vertebrae at a time. To accomplish rotation of our thoracic spine, lie on our side with our knees at 90 degrees, hips at 90 degrees, and keep our knees stacked as we rotate our shoulder open to flat on the ground. Complete reps on both sides. In the three-way piriformis stretch, we're going to walk our hands side to side to change the angle of the stretch for the prescribed reps, complete reps on both sides of the body. In the quadruped adductor stretch, we want to maintain a flat back as we rock back and forth, feeling a stretch in our groin and hamstrings. To set up for a half kneeling quad hip flexor stretch, we want to achieve posterior pelvic tilt by pointing our tailbone forward, then rocking forward and back in the stretch. To set up for the half kneeling hip opener, our forward foot steps directly to the side and we keep our shoulders and hips square as that knee tracks directly over top of our toes. Squeeze our glutes to drive our hips towards the ceiling in the glute bridge. Resist the pull of the band to keep our knees shoulder width apart. Now turn to our side for clamshells, keeping our knees at 90 degrees. Our heels stay together as we externally rotate at the hip without turning our torso back towards the ground. For side lying hip abduction, we're going to line our top toe up with the bottom heel, internally rotate our hips so our toe is facing down towards the ground, activate our glute to lift our straight leg. Now for side lying adduction, we're going to bring that top knee up to 90 degrees. It'll be our bottom leg that'll be doing the work. We're going to squeeze our adductors or groin to lift a straight leg, squeezing at the top for 1 second. Our focus for the modified bird dog with a leg slide is engaging our core to maintain a neutral spine as we activate our glute to extend our hip and slide our foot back and forth. While performing the plank with a shoulder tap, we're going to engage our core and squeeze our glutes to limit any hip shift or movement of our torso, while in a slow and controlled motion, we tap alternating shoulders. To set up for shoulder retraction with a mini band, put the mini band around our wrists with our thumbs towards us and the band across the bottom of our chest. We're going to spread our wrists apart to just outside shoulder width apart. We're going to bring our elbows back and out without puffing our chest out and maintaining a neutral spine. Focusing on pinching our shoulder blades together with each repetition. Leg cradle is an active glute stretch where we hug one knee towards the opposite shoulder, alternating sides as we advance down the track for the prescribed distance. As we cradle our knee towards our shoulder, you want to stay nice and tall, avoid leaning back and extending at the spine or collapsing forward and flexing at the spine. Heel to glute is an active quad stretch. As we grab our foot to stretch our quad, We want to keep our knee in line with our hip and avoid flaring it out to the side. As we perform straight leg marching to stretch our hamstring, stay tall and avoid collapsing our chest toward the leg that kicks forward. Perform one side for the prescribed distance, then the other. As we lunge, keep one of our key features in mind and maintain good ankle, knee, and hip alignment. As we hinge into our inverted hamstring, keep both hips and shoulders square to the ground and avoid turning to the side. Once again, with our lateral lunge, our ankle, knee, and hip alignment is key. Our weight should be in our lead leg as we drop into that lateral lunge and get into full hip and knee extension between each rep. Drop step skip is an active hip opener. Keep hips and shoulders square as you skip backwards. This one takes some practice, so don't get discouraged if you don't get the rhythm right away. Toe walks are utilized to activate our calves and small muscles in our feet to prepare for the remainder of our movement preparation. Walk tall on the balls of your feet for the prescribed distance. Heel walks activate the muscles on the outsides of our shins that function to dorsiflex our ankles, which is important for the coming exercises. Pull your toes to your shins as much as possible as you walk down the track on your heels. As we perform linear skip, stay tall, drive our knee to 90 degrees, and spring off the balls of our feet. The principles remain with our lateral skip, except that we're moving sideways. As we skip, avoid crossing our feet. Drive both knees high in our high knee karaoke and focus on extended stride length. Now keep our strides short and quick feet karaoke. While performing butt kicks, we want to be moving our feet fast while advancing down the track slowly. Similarly with high knees, we want to drive our knees high and quick while moving forward slowly. Keeping all of our key features in mind, you want to squat down until our thighs are parallel with the ground and stand a full hip and knee extension at the top of each rep. Perform with controlled tempo. Set up in a half kneeling position so that the same leg that is kneeling is on the same side as the arm that is rowing the cable. As we row, our shoulder and elbow should pull back at the same time and pinch our shoulder blades together at the end of each rep. Again, perform with a controlled tempo. As we set up in our plank, ensure that our elbows are directly below our shoulders, our glutes and core are engaged so that our back remains in a neutral spine. and the crown of our head is straight forward to align our neck with our spine as well. Maintain this position for the prescribed amount of time. For the one-arm dumbbell row, set up in a high split stance with the dumbbell in the same hand as the foot that is back. The opposite hand can be resting on a bench for support. Pull your elbow up and shoulder back together at the same time. Pinch those shoulder blades together at the top of the rep. Keeping all of our key features in mind, step one foot back into a reverse lunge, then drive the knee up into a hip lock position with our thigh parallel to the ground. This position challenges balance and improves pelvic stability. Alternate sides. For the anti-rotational press, stand perpendicular to the cable with the handle at the center of your chest. You should be in a high athletic position with your core braced. Press the handle straight out from your chest, resisting the pull of the cable and avoiding rotation of your torso. For the isometric squat hold, stand with your feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Descend into a squat position at a depth where your thighs are parallel to the floor and extend your arms in front of you with your palms down and shoulders back. The angle of your torso and shins should match. Maintain this position for the prescribed duration. The 5-way banded hip is an exercise to improve hip stability. Pay close attention to the 5 different movements and perform each exercise for the prescribed reps on both legs. Limit movement of your torso and perform reps with a controlled tempo. Nice work today. Keep showing up, putting in the effort, and you'll see the results. If you're enjoying the program, spread the word. Share your experience with your teammates and friends. Help them take their training to the next level too. And if you're looking for more personalized training program, come down to the gym. We offer one-on-one coaching, group training, and in-season training sessions to help you stay strong and perform at your best year-round. Visit our website for more info and don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. Keep working hard, and we'll see you at the next session.